Let me ask you a very simple question. Will we ever unite as the human race? Will we ever stop tearing each other apart? Because, I look at people arguing and fighting and conspiring against each other, and I'm like, bro, stop. Especially watching poor people fight, watching poor people quarrel on the internet, watching the have-nots arguing about nonsense is one of the most depressing and frustrating thing I've ever seen. Look, I don't see the point of many political parties. I think we should have two political parties, and those political parties are supposed to be for the haves and the have-nots in the society. I think we should have two political parties, the political party for the haves and the political party for the have-nots, so that the have-nots can collectively speak as a single unit, and the haves can also collectively speak as a single unit. Maybe that way we will actually understand what all the parties real concerns are, or else we'll always be fighting and trying to solve problems that we don't even understand. Because I believe that most of the people who lack in life, who still experience destitution, desperation and poverty, most of those people have the same problems. And if they can only agree that they have these problems that need to be addressed in a particular way, maybe we will make some progress. And I also believe that most people who have money in plenty, who have all these privileges, who live in luxury, they also have their problem. The problems that they do understand themselves. And maybe if they come together, they can put a voice on that, or they can put a face on those problems, and they can voice those problems out, and maybe we can understand as humans what to do about all those problems. So the reason why I am creating this video is just to explore some of the problems that we are going through as humans and possible solutions that could help, that could assist, that could reconcile us. Because human beings are not supposed to be this divided. That is one of the reasons we are still living in the Stone Age. Like, bro, we have not made significant advancement when it comes to technology, when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to education. Like, imagine the kids who were in school in the 1990s sat on the same desks as the kids who go to school right now. The education system hasn't really changed that much, okay? We are still training people to become some sort of factory workers or something like that. We haven't evolved. Our education system has not evolved. It has not adjusted to accommodate the changes that have occurred and what we really need to accomplish considering the time that we live in, okay? We haven't done that, and we are busy arguing each other on the internet. Look, we've been around for like thousands of years, at least 2,000 years. That is a very, very long time for humans to advance technologically, healthcare wise, educationally. Like right now, we are supposed to be, some sort of aliens or something. Like we are supposed to be so advanced, but we are not. Look at how we're still doing our agriculture. Like, look at this, man. We are still planting things on the ground, and we still have, you're still using toxic fertilizer. We are poisoning the earth, and we are poisoning ourselves in the process. And you want to tell me that we have progressed as human beings when we are poisoning ourselves? When people are diabetic, people are obese, like people die of heart attacks, like people are stressed out. You want to tell me that is advancement? Like, bro, Yes, like there is a slight improvement in the healthcare system whereby we do now, okay, the longevity of a human life, the lifespan of people is, a little bit better, okay? Like in ancient times, people used to live to, especially in the medieval age, like living to see 50 was a huge privilege. Right now, in way advanced societies, privileged societies like Norway, you can live to see 80, even 90. Like that is the life expectancy over there. But most of people on this planet still are riddled with the same problems. We are still going through the same shit, okay? Like our life expectancy is like 60, 70. Like an average human being is expected to live to see 60. You go to Somalia, a country like Somalia, the life expectancy is 52 over there. And you're like, what the fuck, man? And we are still fighting. We are still trying to bomb each other. We are still trying to threaten each other. Like we are still trying to, to fight over territory and resources. Resources that are in abundance. We are trying to oppress each other, trying to steal resources from each other so that we can be better than those people and possibly intimidate them and oppress them. Like what the fuck, man? We are not supposed to be doing that as the human race. We are not supposed to be doing that. It is a shame, man. It is a shame. There are way bigger problems that we are supposed to be focused on. We are supposed to be trying to solve right now. But we are fighting each other. A powerful country sees another country as some sort of a threat. Now you're going to bomb those people? Like, bro, we are going through the same problems as the human race. Okay? Like, in Israel and in Iran, children are still dying of hunger. Okay? Like there are Palestinian children who still can't go to school. In Africa, there are children who go to school without shoes, man. Like kids are starving, kids are dying of malaria, polio, all these diseases. And we want to be, like, we are still fighting over who's the, like, bro, I don't even know what to say, man. And I am starting to believe that maybe one of the ways for humanity to achieve absolute coherence, absolute reconciliation, absolute understanding is if we are confronted by a catastrophic event that threatens to wipe the entire planet. So we have to come together, we have to contribute resources, we have to bring scientists and technology together to fight this one common enemy. I think that is what needs to happen. For example, right now, maybe an alien race from another planet. Yesterday, I was watching a comedy special by Cat Williams, and Cat Williams said that NASA or scientists have discovered 16 more super Earths. And he was like, what the fuck is a super Earth? Like, we always thought that this motherfucker right here is the super duper super Earth, bro. Like, what is a super Earth? I think I gotta look at that. Yeah, I think that is a very fascinating subject to research on. So I am going to learn the difference between a super Earth and an Earth. And what are these super Earths they are talking about? 16 more super Earths. Where, bro? Like our solar system is 9 planets. 8 planets. Pluto was relegated. I don't know what Pluto did, but Pluto was relegated. But we have 8 planets that we know. So, going back to my theory about the possible way of reconciling the human race, I think we need to be faced by a catastrophic event. That is the only way for us to come together as humans and, put our resources together and put our differences aside and go after this one common enemy. For example, aliens from another planet, the Greys, as Joe Rogan likes to call them, the Greys. Now the Greys come in, they threaten to rule us, to be dictators, and now we have to come together. We have to assemble the people. We have to assemble our Avengers, bro, to go after the Greys. Then the human race will be united. Or there is some sort of an asteroid or an heavenly body that is threatening to hit this planet and probably like just cause so much damage that life won't be able to thrive as we know it. And now we have to come together as the human race to prevent that asteroid from hitting our planet, bro. That will be so dope. And I think that is the only way we can actually bond and unite, as humanity, because we have way more, stupid problems dividing us, these stupid challenges, like these ideas people come up with each and every single day that unite communities in the society. Like, we're not supposed to do that. We are supposed to come with one big idea that is going to unite the entire human society, regardless of where you are, regardless of who you are, regardless of your gender, regardless of your political party, regardless of your status in the society, regardless of your financial, capabilities. Like, there should be one big theory or one big mission or one big cause that unites the entirety of the human society. Instead of people just, coming with ideas and then persuading a couple of people to join that particular movement, and now they are a community of their own fighting with another community somewhere. Now that is not what's supposed to be happening. We're not supposed to be doing that. We are supposed to be so advanced right now. We're not supposed to be eating such stuff, man. Like, even if we are eating, like it has to be like clean food, bro. Like, clean. We're supposed to have figured out a way to do away with all this poison. We are supposed to be figuring out right now how to do away with plastics. We are supposed to be figuring out how to do away with all the chemicals that are intoxicating our rivers and poisoning the fish and killing the aquatic ecosystem, man. We are supposed to be doing all those things, but look at us. Look at us. We are about to go on the internet and start telling Donald Trump that he's a dumb motherfucker, or he's not supposed to be the president, or someone is going to, go on the internet and start insulting some other politician. Like, bro, what the fuck, man? Do you know that if we can only find a way to figure out how to take care of each and every single person's basic needs, then we won't need political parties? Do you know that? Do you know that if we can find a way to figure out how to take care of each and every single person's, basic needs, we won't need religion? Do you know that most of these institutions, the religious institutions and the political institutions, exist because human beings have needs, basic needs that need to be fulfilled. You look at all these institutions, they are doing nothing but appealing to humans about their basic needs. Like, they are trying to tell humans that, hey, if we do this, if you put us in a particular position, then we are going to do this for you, and that thing that we are going to do for you is going to solve most of your problems. It's going to give you food. It's going to provide you with shelter. Your access to healthcare is going to be easy. So that is what happens. Religion is doing nothing but promise people a better life, not only on this planet, but on after they die, in the afterlife. Do you see that? So that is why I'm saying, if we can figure out how we can actually solve these, this basic need problem, We can ensure that each and every single person has access to food, they have access to a decent shelter, they are clothed. See, when someone is sick, they can just go to the hospital and get proper treatment. And people don't have to struggle educating their kids or educating themselves. Bro, that is the very first step we need to make in order to become a society that is united and a society that is aiming for bigger and better accomplishments. That is what we need to do. Like, if we only dial that in, we won't need politicians. We won't need religious leaders, because most of these people are lying to us, and we are giving them our money, we are giving them power, we are giving them resources, and they are squandering all those things in the name of trying to help us, when in reality they are sabotaging us even more, because they know this loop has to keep on going. So they are doing everything in their power to sustain, to feed, to nourish this loop that keeps us begging each and every single day, that keeps us, poor and desperate each and every single day. These people are doing more to hurt us than help us, because they know if they, do exactly what they promised, then the society is gonna get better, and people will probably, lack. People will not need them. I mean, they will be useless. They will be rendered utterly useless. So that is one of the ways as a society we can come together. First of all, we need to find a solution to most, if not all, of our basic needs problem. And then we also need to come together as a society and formulate a mission, a vision, or a cause, or come up with a movement that will unite us, something that all human beings are in support of. Okay? That is what I think. Guys, you see, one of the most interesting thing is that politicians all operate from the same playbook. They all have the same script. It's like they have unanimously agreed to play this game a certain way. You go to the US, people complain about the same issues we are complaining in Africa. You go to China, the same thing. You go to Singapore. Okay, well, I don't really know a lot about Singapore and China. Those people seem to be a little bit advanced technologically. Like, they seem to be they seem to be pleased with how they are being ruled. But the Western world and Africa is not that different. Okay, so if you run from Africa and you go to the US in search of a better life, yes, you will find that life, but do not expect that things are going to be so much different. Okay, things won't be that different. I mean, things won't be that different, because the US, people in the Western world are complaining about corruption. They complain about their leaders being ignorant. They also complain about their leaders being, just like idiots, man. Bro, like, these guys don't deserve those positions. Like, being greedy, corruption, like these people like coming up with laws that are not in support of the average citizens in their respective countries. Those are the same problems that we have here in Kenya. Like, people complain about, their countries being ran by shadow governments. These deep state theories, they are very common. They are very common wherever you go in this world. And you're like, what is the difference between first world countries and third world countries? The only difference is that the magnitude of their corruption is not equal to the magnitude of the corruption that is happening here in Africa. And you also have to understand that their economy generates way more money than our economy in third world countries. Our economies are fairly small. We import almost every single thing. Okay, so we use a lot of money. Our institutions, our anti-corruption institutions, our justice institutions, our education institutions, and other institutions that are responsible for keeping the affairs of a country running are not as sophisticated as their institutions, and they are not as, effective as their institutions. Like, in our countries, most of our institutions are being ran by individuals. The institutions don't really have any autonomy. They don't function just by themselves. They are mostly ran by individuals. For example, the Kenyan parliament is not being ran by the common interests of average citizens in this country. Like, the reason why we elected those people is because we wanted them to represent us. We wanted them to talk on our behalf, to raise concerns on our behalf. But that's not what they are doing. The president has total control of that particular institution. Like, it's not functioning, or it's not offering value to an average citizen. That is the thing, bro. Like, you look at the justice system. The justice system is not independent. Individuals are running those systems. And you're like, bro, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, there are no independent institutions, especially in third world countries. The more money you have, the more control you have, the more power you have. So you can keep you can keep oppressing people day in, day out. You can keep stealing. You can keep embezzling. You can keep people in these cars. And nothing is going to happen unless people come together, start a movement, and maybe they just revolt. They come after you. They come after your family. And that is... And we've seen that in countries like Nepal, whereby citizens were like, bro, we are fed up, okay? We are so fucking tired of you politicians. We don't want to hear you talk anymore, bro. Like, we are tired of your promises. Those promises are nothing but lies. We are coming after you. No, we are fucking tired. You gonna shoot us? You gonna tell the police to fucking shoot us? Let's do it, man. Then shoot us. We are ready to die. But the one thing we will not do is live in a society, live in a country that is ran by the cartels and it oppresses its citizens. Like, we're not gonna do that, man. So, I think anarchy and revolting are some of the solutions third world countries, including my country, Kenya, are considering to implement. Because you go over to TikTok, you look at Twitter, you look at Instagram, even on YouTube, and you listen to Kenyans speak, especially young Kenyans, like voicing and expressing their frustrations and offering, providing solutions, possible solutions. And these guys are willing to go to extreme extents to save this country. That is the thing, man. Like, people are fucking fed up. And people are like, yo, if corruption keeps tormenting us at this rate, if corruption doesn't dial down, if these politicians keep stealing our money and misappropriating our resources, we are not going to go to courts. Because the courts are obsolete right now. They are totally obsolete, totally useless. What we will be doing is go to these people's homes, wait them over there, and ask them questions. And you see, in the entirety of East Africa, I can say that Kenya is the most democratically mature country. Kenya is the most politically enlightened country, and Kenya is the most courageous country when it comes to political warfare. Although we are still going through disappearances, abductions, but the condition is not as dire as that of Tanzania. We can still go to the streets, voice our frustrations and come back home. Although, like, you have to be very careful, or else you might get shot, but I think we are way more developed compared to our neighboring countries. Okay? And I don't know, man. This country, there's so much hope over here. There's so much hope over here. The only thing we need to do is get our affairs straight. Okay? We need to get our shit together as a country and forge a pathway forward. And commit ourselves to walking this path and accomplishing what we set out to accomplish. That is what we need to do. That is what we need to do. And people are in that space, especially the young generation, millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. Those guys are in unison. They are in unison, 100% in alignment on where this country should be headed. The only generation that has a problem with with our vision as the young generation is those, the older generations are kind of, there's a way things needs to be done. We are supposed to talk, man, don't cause this, don't do that. We do understand their point of view, but we are not going to allow their point of view to hinder us from delivering this country. We are not going to do that. We can't do that. We cannot allow that. We know there are sacrifices that are going to be made. People are going to sacrifice their time. People are going to sacrifice their money. Some are going to even sacrifice their lives. And there are a few Kenyan heroes who have already sacrificed their lives. And last week we were just commemorating their lives, and we were appreciating their courage, what they did to us, their bravery, what they symbolize in our struggle for the deliverance of this country. So we are not going to be deterred by the degree of sacrifices that are required in order to emancipate this country. Bro, we are going to do everything in our power, man. We have to. So guys, I don't really want to, to bombard you with a lot of political nonsense. I hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing, like it, and if you have time, comment down below. I hope I get to see you again, right? Yeah, adios. I'm out.